I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make this video for you when I saw my siblings for the first time. We all met each other in my mother's ovaries. There were around 1.5 billion of us present in the form of eggs, with only 500 of us having the possibility of being ovulated. That's like a teeny tiny number in billions. We were running a really tough marathon, but we were still incomplete when we came out from our first home, ovary. All we needed was a little help from our dad. Oh, and by the way, we need a little help from you too. Before we dive in, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Back to our journey. It was a competition way tougher than what I'll be facing getting an offer from a top university in the future. This is the only race that'll make a Harvard and Stanford's GRE score look less competitive. With that logic, I'm already an achiever, and so are you. So cheers to that. In fact, the odds of me being born were merely 1 in 400 quadrillion. I don't even want to begin counting the number of zeros in it. Just know that there are a lot of them in that number. Hey, yes, you. Don't judge my math. What else do you expect from the unborn? But ideally, at this stage, it's better to refer to me as a mere unfertilized egg. We still have a long way to go. So do you see how unpredictable the future really has been since the beginning? But as they say, unpredictability is a part of life. So, where were we? Oh yes, the difficult ride. Going by facts, the odds of my parents hooking up were just 1 in 20,000. In this ever-growing, fast-dating culture, it might not come as a surprise to some, but yes, that's how difficult it is to find your soulmate. Kidding, it is not. But the bigger picture is that I came into existence only because they stayed together until they decided to have me. So that way, the odds of my existence were 1 in 40 million. Yes, people are uncertain and decisions like this takes time, but did you realize how much smaller of a possibility we're talking about at this stage? The competition wasn't only up till here in my mother's ovary, there was more to come. The fight was tough on the other side of the battlefield too. With over 500 billion sperms produced in a lifetime by my dad, my counterpart had to be the fastest and fittest one. Out of 1.2 billion sperms Dad sent to the field, only 1,000 survived to reach till here. A fight which might look really deadly right now played a major role in evolution. High competition ensures quality, but just like those entrance exams, we have exceptions here too. Most of the sperm lost their way within the small distance of 15 centimeters they had to travel. So, next time you feel like playing the blame game, don't blame your laziness on your dad. In reality, distance wasn't the only hurdle. Even when I was complete after fertilization, my attachment to mama's womb was still not guaranteed. Major negotiations had to be made. Thankfully, my deal with uterus worked out, and I got a place to stay and grow into the uterine wall. While growing, first 14 weeks was the real deal. If I crossed that mark, my chances of seeing this beautiful world were a whopping 99%. Not a tough guess. I managed to cross the mark. However, there were still several weeks to go before I can see this beautiful world. In the first trimester, I grew from a ball of cell mass to a somewhat human-looking fetus, a small bean-shaped structure. I grew buds for my limbs and even managed to form a heart. So next time your ex calls you heartless, tell them it was the first organ you ever produced. They'll have no comeback. Keeping up with the timeline, I entered the second trimester looking like a 3-centimeter weird-shaped fetus. At around 20 weeks, I kicked my mama for the first time to announce my presence. I didn't want her to be unaware, you know? At 24 weeks of growing, I was on a spree. I formed red blood cells, taste buds, hair, and nails too. I grew my reproductive system as I was biologically supposed to. But don't forget, I still had the choice to live as whatever gender I felt comfortable in after being born, right? As I went into the third trimester, I was frankly a little bored. I didn't even have a twin sibling as some do. So I thought of finishing my work quickly because the time of coming out was super close. As a finishing task, I formed lungs, grew in size to actually look like a well-grown human baby. And that's how I was ready for the launch into this world. And then the time came. Mama's water broke, walls around me started pushing me out, and just with a little struggle, which, mind that, could have been worse, I was born. Yeah! I was welcomed with applause. So happy I was to see everyone. Everyone looked so excited, just like me. Ah, that day. It was so bright. It was going so well. Until I realized my oxygen supply, my umbilical cord was cut. I cried, "Why, doctor? Why would you do that to me?" I started screaming so loudly, I cried and cried and cried until I realized I was breathing. What? Yes! Yes, yes! My last formed lungs saved the day. Finally, I stopped crying. My nose and throat were gently cleaned. My doctor left a little part of my cord hanging with my belly and told my mama that it'll fall off with time. She fed me with her thick first milk called colostrum. It gave me so many antibodies. Doctors also gave me important vaccinations to help me fight all these dirty microbes around me. I swear that day I was so thankful my parents were pro-vaccine. And then we spent a couple days in the hospital. My temperature and my body parameters were monitored, but my restless self just wanted to get over with it. But I couldn't help it. It was all really, really important. Many family members came to see me, and I was being pampered like a baby all the time. Oh wait, I was a baby. My bad. I won't lie. I used to occasionally cry just for the attention. But hey, you, stop judging. I was a newborn, so it was acceptable. And that was the story of how I came into existence. Now, if you want to know how I grew up at the age of 22 and became a writer, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Do you have anything else that you would like to share? Comment below and keep the conversation going. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Curiosity. Wait! Why not fulfill your curiosity by watching these other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or the right video and enjoy.